you've seen from Athanasiou so far, and what do you want to see more of once the qualification round starts?
Well, obviously, he's a high skill player that we had visions of trying him there before we stopped playing, and we just thought coming into camp, we want to give him an opportunity to see what he can do. Leon and Yamo are obviously top high-end players that we feel like he might be a good fit there. He had speed and skill and hopefully some finish there that we'll monitor it as we go on here and see how it goes.
Next question.
Hi, Dave. Good to see you.
Yeah.
Draisaitl's nominated for the Lindsay Award, and probably will be up for the Hart when that's announced. I'm wondering if you can talk about an aspect of his game where he seems to thrive at that puck protection and almost drawing contact. Like I found from watching him over the years, sometimes with him, the play doesn't start until he has a guy on his back, and he's shielding the puck. Is that something you noticed, and is there any players, past or present, that is comparable in that regard?
Well, there's certainly some players in the past. Like I think of a guy like Peter Forsberg, who used to invite that contact and protect the puck and make it hard for the opponent to check him while he's kind of on his back. And Leon does that a lot. Leon is a power forward with high skill, and he plays a strong, heavy game, and heavy when he has the puck. The biggest thing about Leon this year is, from a coaching aspect, he is great skill, great knowledge of the game, can play all situations. So he ends up having an impact on your team, and he helps players around him that he's playing with, and he's obviously an outstanding player in his own right. So puts him in that category, and I think our players were very happy to see he was nominated for the Lindsay Award.
Next question.
Hi, Dave. It sounds like a couple of teams have heard who their opponent will be for the exhibition game. I'm just wondering if you guys know who you'll be playing, and also how you treat that game, because it's a 4.5-month layoff, and it's an exhibition game, but it's your only true tune-up before you head into the playoffs.
Well, you're going to treat it like it's a preview of trying to get ready. Like you say, when you haven't played it a long time, just to get in those routines, get back in those habits are things that, I wish we had a couple of games more than just one. Like you say, I've got a meeting with Ken this afternoon. I think the league is talking through some of who you're going to play against those. I don't know that yet, but we'll look at that game as an important game. And just like we've kind of put things together as we move along here, that we have steps that we want to take, and that'll be another step in our preparation to get ready for the opening game.
We'll go next person. Just a reminder, use the raise hand function to ask a question.
I guess Dave, I just want to ask about back to Leon Draisaitl. I know you probably did your homework on him before you got here, but was there something that really impressed you about him that you didn't know about him in terms of on the ice and maybe his demeanor off the ice?
Well, he's a high skill guy, and what he does, he can play the game fast, not just making plays, but he's got high speed. And one of the things we looked at, Draisaitl is such a good passer. Are there situations where Draisaitl's holding the puck and can find AA with speed? So, we'll see if that happens. But usually skill guys, they tend to get along well together, especially if they're having some success with the puck. So we'll see how that goes.
Dave, another question. Caleb Jones is out in the second group. He will be a participant in the playoffs when and if.
Yeah, he's going to. He'll continue to skate every day until we get the green light that he could join the regular group. But he's progressing, and hopefully not in the too distant future he can become part of the main group. Won't be tomorrow, It won't be the next couple days, but we'll see where we are after the next couple days.
Next question. Go ahead.
Hi, Dave. Obviously, we know what Leon Draisaitl can do and the points he's put up, but can you just talk about what he's meant to the development of younger players like Kyler Yamamoto, who's just really flourished on his line?
You know, that's the thing about, I look at both Leon and Connor, you know, our young core players are continuing to mature, and they recognize the responsibility they have in helping younger players come in and not just become players on our team, but become strong contributors on our team. Leon and Yamo have certainly hit it off together. Yamo is a player that he's always around the puck. He supports the puck very well, and it's really interesting to watch. You see top players recognize the skill another player has and recognizes that skill could complement them, and it really becomes a bond between the two. And if you see, Yamo and Leon have had that right since day one, and you know, it's interesting to watch Leon. Leon, if he's giddy about any player on our team, it's Yamo. He likes to play with Yamo, and I'm sure Yamo feels the same way about him. So Leon's leadership, maturity in that continues to grow, and we're seeing the benefits of it in our team.
Hi, Dave Reed again. Just got another one here for you. You know, pretty good tempo today, it looked like, and you had the scrimmage with guys competing pretty hard. It looks like Thursday's a planned day off. How are you sort of managing budgeting? You want the guys out there, a lot of energy, getting back up to speed, but you know, the actual competition day is still over a couple of weeks away. I don't know if the old term peaking at the right time applies in this type of situation, but just asking about sort of managing the energy from a coaching standpoint.
Yeah, we have a plan in place that we think we're going to manage. We've talked to our fitness people, we've talked to the players, and you know, every day our goal is to continue to build. And I've been really impressed. The first 2 days have been high energy, very lots of work. The scrimmages have been good, intense scrimmages. So far so good, but we'll manage it as we go on here. And it's early. We knew there was going to be a lot of energy early here, but we'll manage it as we go on. But I think we have a pretty good plan in place. There'll be some where we'll practice a little more and maybe scrimmage a little less, and there'll be some days where we scrimmage a little more. And as we get a little more dialed into looking at some tactical things, you know, the practice will probably be a little bit longer, working on a few things, but right now our focus is getting the players back and up to speed and get competing. And so far the first 2 days have been very good, and we'll see where it gets us tomorrow.
Next question, Rob.
Hi, Dave. You were talking yesterday about the protocols at the arena looking pretty safe and effective, but I guess the big threat right now or concern would be when the players are away from the rink before they get into the bubble. With so much riding on this and kind of the responsibility of the host team, is this something that you've had to address with the players, just to remind them that, you know, hey, stay safe because we got to get in this bubble thing together?
We've addressed it with our whole organization. The players are on board with that. Our whole staff, everybody is, you know, you're cognizant of everything going on and making sure that you're taking care of yourself and not put yourself in bad positions. And the staff has been very cognizant of that. The players have been, and around the arena here is everything, all the details in place to make sure we give ourselves the best chance to stay healthy are all in place. So those are things that our players know, that they've talked about themselves. We've talked with them about it. So hopefully everybody stays safe before we can get in the bubble.
Final question.
Hi, Dave. I know you said time and time again during the regular season that you would, before games, that you would focus only on your team. You're not really concerned about the other team, but this is the playoffs and, you know, you're getting into a series. So I'm just curious how your kind of mindset changes trying toward a playoff series, and when do you start kind of really focusing on, you know, tailoring practices around how you would go up against Chicago in their game?
Our biggest concern right now is we want to get our team up and going, because it doesn't matter who you're playing. If you don't get up to speed and competing at the level you need to, uh, there's not much you're going to be able to do against another team. So we'll take it in steps. We've done our homework, but our focus right now is to get ourselves up and going. And as we progress here, you understand who you're going to be playing and how we want to play. So those things will continue to mesh as we go along here. But right now, really our sole focus has been about us. We haven't talked a lot about Chicago at all, and that's the way it's going to be for the next little bit.